So this Johnny Depp situation has been something that's been unfolding for pretty much the better part of a year now, right? Like, I think a lot of us are pretty aware of what's going on. If you need a little bit of a refresher, obviously, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have been in this years-long feud, I think, at this point. I don't even really know when this all started, but it's gotten into court in the last year or so. It's gotten to the point where, like, there's legal processes being taken over this entire thing. Like, it's absolutely crazy. It's definitely one of the bigger celebrity incidents that's happened in the last few years. I mean, I can't really think of many other situations where, like, celebrities like this have gotten in such a big public spat over their relationship and things like that. So this is also a situation that has cost Johnny Depp a lot of money. Obviously, he's spending probably millions of dollars to try and repair his brand and image after all of this has come out, and he was painted as this horrible person, this domestic abuser, this wife beater, this absolutely horrible human being, right? He's probably spending millions of dollars in legal fees and to try and, like, kind of protect himself, but also on top of that, it has lost him job roles. He's actually basically had acting roles and whatnot canceled. He's been removed from franchises. His name has been ran through the mud. It's really been a sad situation considering from all the evidence that we've seen here, he's really the victim. Before we get any further into the video, I just want to say that nearly half of you watching have yet to subscribe. I try to post multiple videos per day to keep you entertained, so consider leaving a like to help support and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss anything. Also, all of my socials are on the screen right now, so consider leaving a follow on these for more awesome content, and also consider grabbing a shirt if you're really awesome. Now to the rest of the video. And I think this really kind of builds up to another point here where it's almost like, I really don't think that society cares when men are the victims of domestic abuse. I think because of, you know, the prevalence or whatever, men have been painted in this situation where, like, they're the ones who commit all domestic abuse. Men are the ones responsible for this problem. When, like, in situations like this, Johnny Depp is being basically painted in the wrong image here, and he's actually the victim of domestic abuse. He's the one who's been hit. As a matter of fact, to directly quote Amber Heard, who is the woman in this situation that this is all kind of going with, quote, "I did start a physical fight. Quote, I was hitting you, I was not punching you. Quote, I can't promise you I won't get physical again." I mean, just think about quotes like that and imagine if they weren't coming from a woman's perspective where she was abusing her boyfriend or husband or whatever, and instead, we're talking about a guy saying this to his wife. Imagine we're in court, right, and a guy during a divorce is like, "Well, I did start a physical fight with her. I was hitting her, I wasn't punching her, though. I can't promise you I won't get physical and beat the shit out of you ever again," right? Like, I think with the roles reversed, this would be an entirely different situation. Society would care way more, people would have way more to say about this. Now, thankfully, people have been defending Johnny Depp. Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp actually trended on Twitter today. And a lot of public opinion actually backs him because realistically the evidence supports the concept that he's the victim in this relationship. He's being canceled for no reason. He's facing all these things for no reason. Things like his drug abuse, his alcohol abuse, they've been thrown up in his face over this entire thing. He had his fingers severed when Amber Heard threw a bottle at him. She openly admitted to hitting him, but of course, he's the bad guy in this situation. Now, the main point of today's video here is to kind of recap everything that's happened so far. I think I did a pretty okay job doing that right here at the beginning, so now I want to talk about the new developments that have unfolded in this, because to kind of recap this specific situation, there's a tabloid newspaper called The Sun that I believe operates out of the United Kingdom. I mean, that's where this lawsuit actually was taking place. Now, they published a piece a while back in which they dead out called Johnny Depp a wife beater in it, okay? Keep in mind, there wasn't any real, like, concrete evidence, at least that I know about public. He hadn't been criminally convicted for anything, domestic abuse-wise or anything like that, but he was called a wife beater to the public, and Johnny Depp actually filed a claim in court trying to sue them for libel because they called him a wife beater. Now, this has been going on for a while now, but unfortunately today the news has broken that Johnny Depp's appeal has been denied in the libel ruling of calling him a wife beater. So today, 2 Court of Appeal judges in London over in the United Kingdom said that Johnny Depp cannot challenge the November ruling in the case that he lost against News Group Newspapers, NGN for short, who owns The Sun, because of an article back in 2018 where they called him a wife beater. Now, Depp has publicly stated multiple times, he has publicly cleared his name, saying that he did not abuse Amber Heard, who he was divorced from all the way back in 2017. Now, the judges by the names of James Dingemans and Nicholas Underhill said that the 3-week trial that took place back in July, which I covered here on the channel, under Judge Andrew Nichol, found it to be, quote, substantially true that Depp had been violent toward Heard on at least 12 occasions. They said the trial was, quote, full and fair and Nichols was not proven to have made any error or approach in mistake of the law. And they've said that there is now no real prospect of success in a new trial for Johnny Depp, and that there is no other compelling reason for it to even be heard in court. Now, they say they have all this evidence, right? They say there's all this evidence that Johnny Depp was just, beating the shit out of Amber Heard, all this horrible stuff, but much of it has either been publicly refuted by eyewitnesses like security guards and other people who are around them in these situations, and there's even been counterclaims that in some of these situations, Amber Heard was actually the one being abusive, not Johnny Depp. So this is a situation that's been kind of spiraling out of control, and his appeal, unfortunately, was denied today, which led to the trending hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. Now, it's a pretty weird situation, in all honesty, to watch this unfold because, when the public opinion is so swayed, and especially in a situation like this, you would think that the right outcome would hopefully come, and unfortunately that is not the case yet. I mean, let's be honest, society does not take the abuse of women very well, right? It's very socially damaging if you have an accusation of, beating the shit out of your wife made against you. I mean, goddamn, if you and your wife work in the same office or something and she went around telling everyone that you were beating her, you would be socially ostracized. You might even be fired. And that's basically what's happened to Johnny Depp here. They worked in the same office. They were both actors and actresses and whatnot. They all pretty much had the same friends in Hollywood and everything. You know how all these actors and actresses are. They fucking hang out. They do drugs together. They do movies and concepts and ideas and whatnot together. And after she made these claims, I mean, Johnny Depp's career honestly was hit very hard by this. And you would think with this being a different situation than society's used to, the man actually being the victim of domestic abuse here, not the woman, that this whole thing wouldn't even really be a problem. But unfortunately, it's still unfolding as one, and we're seeing Johnny Depp's career be basically attacked by this. Now, there was a court hearing last week in which Depp and his lawyers argued that Depp never really had a fair trial, and that Amber Heard, who was actually a key witness in this entire situation, well, they made the claim that she's unreliable, which absolutely 100% she is. She's an unreliable witness. Amber Heard, who abused Johnny Depp, obviously has very conflicting interests in this case. She definitely wants him to be painted as a wife beater and an abusive person that he's really, it doesn't seem from the evidence, that he's not. She has complete ulterior motives in this against Johnny Depp, so the fact that she was being used as a witness, to me, is already insane. Now, one of the points that they made in this case was that she was supposed to donate $7 million from her divorce settlement with Johnny Depp to charity, which she openly said that she would, and the lawyers pointed out that she had not done this yet, which indicated that her character was definitely flawed. She didn't have the best interest in mind during this whole procedure, and she should not be a reliable witness. Now, she actually fired back with her lawyers and her legal team, saying that it's basically been delayed in donating money and whatnot because Depp filed a lawsuit against her back here in the United States for defamation because of her op-ed Washington Post about domestic violence, and she was actually being sued for $50 million in this situation, so she's claiming that she's been forced to spend that money on legal fees and to try and combat this. Now, during the trial, Amber Heard testified around 14 alleged instances of abuse between the years 2013 and 2016, including which she claims a, quote, 3-day hostage situation in Australia unfolded. Keep in mind, during this 3-day hostage situation in which Depp apparently held her against her will, she made no attempt to contact any of the security guards that worked 24/7 around the property that would have been willing and able to help her out of such a situation. She did not call or ask for help from anyone in the outside world. And from what I understand, there's no concrete evidence that it even happened in the first place. Now, during this, the judge found that Depp had been violent during at least 12 occasions, which led to him losing the case. Now, also to be noted here, Johnny Depp was, I guess, slated to be starring in a film called Fantastic Beasts. He was basically forced to exit that role. He was still, however, paid $10 million, so, I mean, not a complete loss, but for a lot of these actors and whatnot, these roles are important to them because of the art behind them and the situation, right? Like, how cool would it be to play Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean? That would be a lifetime accomplishment for the vast majority of people. But Johnny Depp is now having these roles basically taken from them. I mean, they say that he exited this role or whatever. What it most likely came down to, he was forced out of it. They came to him, hey bro, you're being accused of this, you can't be in the fucking movie anymore, we'll pay you a settlement, please leave. That's the kind of situation. Now, the United States lawsuit, there's still, I guess, a little bit of hope for. This is going to be taking place in Virginia, from what I understand, but it's been recently postponed to April of next year in 2022. But as it stands, man, the court system is absolutely doing Johnny Depp wrong. All the evidence indicates that he's in the right in this situation, and he is unfortunately being targeted for something that it appears the opposite was actually true in. Now, there's still, like I said, hope for here in the US for this case to actually work in his favor. I don't know if his public reputation will ever be the same as it was, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, saying justice for Johnny Depp, and signing out.